I'm Doug from jerky.com, and today in our test kitchen, we're making Nutella bacon jerky. All right, Nutella bacon jerky is really pretty straightforward. We're gonna use 4 ingredients in addition to the bacon. We got the Nutella itself, brown sugar, soy sauce, and water. We're gonna bring in the trusty Thermomix on this one and add everything right into it. This Nutella is it's so thick, especially with the brown sugar, that we're going to use the soy sauce and the water are going to help thin this stuff out. You don't want it too thick, you don't want it too soupy. I think we've got a good consistency, so we're rolling with that. Now on the bacon, we use Wright's bacon. Thick cut, some of the best bacon on the market, in my opinion. If you think there's a better bacon, let me know down in the comments. This bag here is about 2.5 pounds. We want 2 pounds of bacon, so I'm gonna take about 80% of it. And then what I do is I take the bacon, slice it in half. If you don't slice it in half during the mixing process, this stuff's so long, it just kind of gets tied up in knots, and it makes traying this stuff almost impossible. Especially with this fat. The fat kind of starts to lose some of its structure after it's been marinating for 24 hours. So really want to make this stuff easy to tray. Otherwise it could be a nightmare to work with. Now you just want to peel all the bacon apart. Make sure you separate it. If you don't separate it and you just throw the whole chunk in there, it gets really hard to thoroughly mix. So take an extra minute or two and get this all peeled apart. Now all you gotta do is pour our Nutella mix right over it. And then, time to get messy. Let's mix this stuff up thoroughly. Now, as with everything else, you just want to make sure to cover every piece of this. Some of this stuff you might have to babysit a little bit, manually pull the marinade down every single piece. You just really want to make sure this thing gets covered, every square inch. Making good jerky is all about consistency. Consistency on the slices and consistency on the flavor. So make sure everything gets evenly covered. All right, I've been mixing this now for a couple minutes. I think this stuff's pretty well covered. So all I gotta do, I'm gonna wash my hands real quick. Now all you gotta do is seal it up tight, throw it in the fridge. Now you wanna put it in the fridge for about 24 to 48 hours. The longer you put it in, the more that flavor soaks in. So off to the fridge we go. All right. This bacon's been in the fridge almost 30 hours. Man, smells chocolatey. So now you'll see why I sliced the bacon in half, because this stuff really gets tangled together. So if you don't cut it in half, those long pieces of bacon get all tangled up together, ends up kind of ripping. It just really makes it a mess to tray. So that's why we like to cut it up. Makes traying so much easier. Man, this stuff smells chocolatey. Our machine here is a 6-tray dehydrator. Depending on how your meat's cut, kind of determines how much rack space you need. Beef, I get about 4, maybe 5 pounds of beef in this 6-tray dehydrator. This bacon here lays out quite a bit differently. We'll probably end up getting probably somewhere around 5 trays for 2 pounds of bacon. So, all right. Looks like we got it all. 4 trays. All right, let's get this dehydrator fired up. You want to set your time and temperature for your desired texture. On bacon, I usually run it at 158 degrees, and then I start checking it about 5 hours. I expect this runtime to be between 5 and 6 hours on this machine. All right, this one ran in the machine for over 5.5 hours. It's got quite a bit of moisture on the surface, pretty pliable. It could probably go a little longer, but I think it's pretty good. We're calling this one done. This has a real oily texture on the surface. Definitely smells cocoa-y. Let's check it out. Honestly, this is really good. It tastes exactly like Cocoa Puffs, but with salty bacon flavor. This is really good. And this is really easy to make. So if you're looking for something other than beef to try, and if you like a sweeter flavor profile, absolutely 100% give this a try. And if you think you're gonna make this, or you got any value out of this video at all, will you please like and subscribe to our channel? And if you have any interesting jerky flavor ideas, leave them down in the comments. Who knows? Maybe we'll make your flavor in our next recipe. We'll see you next time in the jerky.com test kitchen.